Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. We are seeing the way by which we will be able to reach the divine as devotee and his Lord being the Bhagavan, Bhakta and Bhagavan. How will we as Bhaktas, Sri Ramakrishna says, Bhakti Yoga to be the most simplest way of realizing God. And accordingly we see that the Bhakti Yoga that we are practicing to become the successful, safe reaching, what are the disciplines we are going to follow? We saw the feeling the living presence of God at all times with us and the discipline of constant repetition of the mantra which emerges from the depths of your heart consciously. In the living presence of God, you are adding the mantra. The third discipline that we have to bring into our life, because we are part and parcel of this universe and we are living in a social structure. We live with other people. There is community, there is society, there is humanity. What is my part? I cannot live totally independent of all the humanity and go to remote corner somewhere and live a spiritual life even. Even for my sustenance, I need some external support. I need clothes, I need a morsel of food, I need a shelter. The minimum needs of our existence we have to fulfill. And this interdependence, what am I going to give in return to all that I am receiving from the society, from others? I am receiving constantly. What am I giving? What is my relationship? How we have to compensate? Because on one side, I am dependent on the society and extracting on everything from the society, what all my needs are there. And my relationship with the divine must be related to the relationship with the society. Because my end is not the society, end is my reaching the divine. But I cannot reach the divine unless I pay off the debts that I am receiving. I cannot be an individual existence. The whole universe, I am a part and parcel of the universe. I am part and parcel of the human society, the humanity. So I cannot separate and go away. I am bound by all this. I cannot escape from this nature. I cannot escape from anything. My karmas, my thoughts, my feelings, my actions, everything is regulated. I have to be here. Then what is my relationship with this society, with the people? We have common ground on which we are standing. We all are different parts of the same nature, different manifestation of the same consciousness. One Chaitanya is projecting through innumerable bodies. One Chaitanya, the Ishvara, the Lord of the universe, the all-pervading consciousness is pervading through every body. It is pervading through me also. The same Chaitanya is pervading through all the bodies. When we sleep, when we leave the physical body, when we leave the subtle body, when we leave the causal body and enter into the depths of my being and be one with the universal consciousness, every day we pass through the Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti and beyond and come back to the waking state. Each soul goes to the same huge expansion and again projects back. The consciousness, the individual consciousness is part of this universal consciousness. So God is there in all as the Antaryamin. He is the indweller. The indweller who is within me, whom I am seeking, he is already there in every jiva. If I love my Lord and if I understand all these are like me, he also, like me, she also, like me, all this, all beings, the plant and wherever life is there, the same consciousness is manifesting there as the pranas, the energy, as the living life. Life is manifestation of consciousness through matter. So consciousness is manifesting there. So when we see all this, my love for God reflects there my love for all beings. So one part is to love God, other part is to see the divine in all things and love everything with equanimity. There should not be any partiality, there should not be any difference, mine and yours. The whole thing is one reality. To love God in others is the third discipline we have to practice as a part of the Bhakti Yoga. The important aspect, as I love God within me, I love God in all beings. I love God in all beings. I am seeking God within me. I have to search for God in others. I want to experience God within me. Then I must be able to visualize the God in others also. Because God is one and all pervading. I cannot miss anyone. One ant also, the same Chaitanya is manifest, which is Chaitanya, the same Chaitanya is Chaitanya, there are no two or many. It is one, all pervading. Suppose there is a pond and number of lotuses are there. So many leaves are there. Water is filled, a pond is filled with so many. And you see, there is one plant, suppose. One plant, so many branches are coming, and here and there, so many lotuses are there. Only one bottom, one end, one root. One root, so many. But this flower is outside the water. That flower is outside the water. This leaf is outside the water. That leaf is outside the water. So below the water, what it is we can't see. Below the water we are not able to see, but we are able to see number of flowers and number of leaves. They all belong to one plant. They don't know. Each flower is looking at the other flower and saying, look at me. I have done this, I have done that. And one is fading away, other is coming up and laughing at the fading away. Oh, gone you see, that person. This is what's happening. But if you go on touching the stem, the stalk, which the flower you are a lotus. And if you go on seeing, where from is my origin? Where am I linked? How do I enter into sleep and deep sleep and forget this body? And how I project back? Where do I go when I sleep? When I separated from body, where is my center of existence? Then I see it is, if I slowly move and go, I see the root, my root in the water. Again, from the same root, other flowers are also there. One plant is projecting out in many ways outside the surface of water. Like this, universe is the surface of water. Below the universe is the root. All these things, we see many matter and life, and the root is one. One root is manifesting. So this, are you able to love then all others without raga dvesha? The moment you try to see, or the moment you see God in, suppose you get the realization by the grace of Lord, because of your excessive love, because of sacrifice, because of the sadhana you are doing, suppose you get the vision of God, you are able to see your Lord in every being. How would be the experience? What would be the experience? The same experience you have to practice now to see the divine in everyone. This is reality. We are seeing something, we are seeing separate many lives. Life is one universal life, and we are all parts of that life. Our life is continuing not now with birth. Life is continuing from many lives. And life is continuing this life also. Life is continuing through the life and beyond the death also. Death is not end of life, it's end of body. Life continues after we leave the body and take up a new body. When we take up a new body, in between also life was continuing. I am taking a body and leaving, throwing it away, and taking one more. I am going lives after lives. Same Chaitanya is going on. The same Chaitanya is going through many bodies, and not only that, same Chaitanya is there in other bodies also at all times. So wherever you are, whichever body you are part of that universal consciousness. Body is part of nature. Chaitanya is a part of the universal Chaitanya. The in-between, some ego shoots up. When the Jada and Chaitanya come together, the bodily existence and the consciousness come together, a ego shoots up. That ego is responsible for all that is happening. So the third discipline we are going to follow is to see the divine in everyone, to love them, to love God in every others, to love God in others, to love God in every life, wherever you see life. Oh, God is there. This vision of yours dissolves all differences, including man and woman. All differences. The sex awareness dissolves when you see God, because God is beyond sex. The sex differences, man and woman, exist only at bodily level, at the prana level, which links to the mental level. Mind, it is there, I am man or woman, he is man or woman, she is man or woman. The difference exists only in mind and reflects in the body. Beyond that, there is no. When your vision goes beyond the bodily existence to see the divine in everywhere, in every being, where the manhood or womanhood will continue to exist, you will have pure divine love. You will see that your body, mind, everything has become divine. You are one with God at all times. You are yourself, the ocean of bliss. The ecstatic love of God appears, exactly manifests in you, totally, just like the supreme knowledge dawns with the nirvikalpa. The ecstatic love manifests with the savikalpa. In savikalpa, we have the vision of God externally also, internally also. Both are savikalpa samadhi. To see God, to cross the annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya, enter the vijnanamaya, and have the vision of God in the chidakasha is one way of meditative entrance into our inner cell beyond the mind and get the vision of God. There also God can manifest. Here also. It is His kingdom. He can manifest. In every object you can see. In every being you can see. In every matter. In every grain of sand you can see. In within yourself also you can see. One is, both are savikalpa. To see the God within or to see God without. So this vision, it becomes actual. You will do the practicing to love God in others, to love God in others. By constantly practicing to see the who. I saw one lady, she was too much attached to her family, old age is coming, and each time she would come and tell me, Swamiji, my one son is like this, you save him. My other son is like this, save him. See that they go in the path of holy path. And her age was nearing 80s. I told, they have settled down in their life. Their children are getting married. They are becoming old, and you are standing with one foot in the grave. You have to go now. What are you thinking of your children? Who is whose? Now, within no time, just like you sleep and you disconnect with the world and your body, so also you are going to disconnect forever with this family and this world. We don't know which plane of existence you are going. Whether Bhubhuva or Atala Vitala, you don't know. So, why are you catching after the children stand on their legs? You have to totally withdraw and enter into whole life. 60 years you spend in the world. Last few years of life you must give to the God. Your duties are over with the children standing on their legs. Yeah, after that, whatever you do is not fair. It becomes adharma. Your dharma is over with the children. If they come and ask only, you will have to suggest them, give them. Otherwise, when they settle down, you have to sit with the japamala to show how to spend the old age, how to dedicate our life which we dedicated from family, now dedicate it for God, for the future, for attainment of the purpose of human body. Now you are thinking still of this. They are not bothered, they don't want you. And you are going running behind them. It's a time you should have left long back and started calling on God. After telling so much, she totally withdrew you. I told to the extent, even if your grandchildren are fighting with sword in their hand, you have no voice to utter. Just look at it, offer it to God if you cannot bear. But you cannot say stop or interfere because it is not your duty. Your duties are over. They have their parents to look after, so your duty is over. They are your grandchildren. Don't run after them now. So she withdrew to the total extent and did not know how to come out of the past load. Sitting for thinking of God was impossible. The past memory is overtaking. The moment she closes her eyes, crowding thoughts used to come. That happened, this happened in my life, that person cheated me, this person loved me. Same thing. Where is God? Place for God? Because I am filled with the world. How can there be God? Then she used to come and weep. I withdrawn, but mind is not stable. It is revolting more, it is suffering more. I cannot think even of God. Pray. That is the only solution. Pray with a sincere heart to show you your way. Oh, I can't even pray. Thoughts overpower me. My soul suffers. Yet, do your prayer. Offer your prayer. What you are telling me, tell to God and weep. Some solution will come. She went on trying to do that. Take a book and try to read. She is not able to understand because of the overpouring of the past momentum. Then slowly the withdrawal itself, I should not enter into anything now. That one decision makes the nature to interfere. That one decision, oh, my purpose is over, my duties are over, I have to call on God. But mind doesn't stay on God. What shall I do? The second thing, first thing is withdrawal from all external things, which was not her duty. The withdrawal itself, nature interferes. Nature wants to give something to her. She used to take in their house no other magazines or newspaper, only the from divine pertaining to spiritual matters and religious matters. The magazines used to be there. She would take magazine and see, mind cannot go, but now modern magazines contain pictures. She is not able to read and because of the tension of the mind, understand. But when she sees a picture, attention goes. See Krishna's picture with the small gwalas. Suddenly it attracts because she was in family life. Some kindness, some soft corner. Oh, how beautiful children, how innocent children. Something attracts, something kindles. This is how nature helps the jiva to go to Godward. Something she supplies. She started seeing pictures one by one. Here some picture, there be some picture. Slowly she said, what is this picture? What is given below? She used to read. And in reading that and trying to understand that picture, she will forget the past. For that much of time, she has heard so many stories. She had heard so many Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharata. When she has heard, but her attachment to the world, attachment to the family, attachment to the people was making her away from all that. Things were kept away. Now they started entering in. As the world, she has taken a decision not to look at the things which is not her duty. Then slowly from children and all, oh, God is taking care. I have nothing, no part to play. My play is over. I should not run about. Now I must show to the children and grandchildren how to spend the days. Oh, here is the way, here is the way, here is the way. She started reading. Slowly she started getting interested in reading and she found a way. The door was open to her. She started reading. Morning after regular spiritual practices like chanting the names of God, this, that, lighting a lamp and all. She would go and sit. Have a little food, sit for. And till noon food she is called. She will be there reading. Immersed. She started slowly forgetting the world and herself. When daughter-in-law comes and calls for food, she will get up and go inside. Take food, take a little rest to the tune of 45 minutes, get up, wash her face, and come and sit again for reading. Till the dusk, the sun has set and she cannot read anymore. Then she will see what she has read. Now, all the past thoughts used to leave, has started leaving. She was longing for the children's welfare, this, that, and all. The grown-up children, they are aging now. They are entering into the senior citizens. At that time, what duty I have? She started losing all grip. All things cleared down and new world built up, new things built up, new life built up. And she is in divine awareness. Started what all she had read, what all she has heard and known. Now she is experiencing the presence of God. Oh, it is like this, it is like this, this Upanishad, it is there, this one. Reading. Now she has entered into a new dimension, a beautiful dimension of understanding God. Now from buddhi, the dhi slowly making its way to understand the secrets of nature, secrets of life. Slowly she started practicing what she wanted to know. Now God is everywhere. What we are trying to practice is the all-pervasiveness of my Ishtadevata, God. God is in every object. God is in every being. I want to love God in others. I want to love God in others. Loving God in others. As the third discipline, she used to started practicing at this stage of maturity. And it took hardly a year and a half. Within 1.5 years, she has the inner Vasanamaya Jagat was washed down. The Divya Jagat of God and divine presence came up just by reading books of magazine. Then she used to, after the dusk, she cannot read anymore. She used to stand outside in the veranda, in the balcony, and look at the world. She used to feel a person is going. Oh, God in the form of man is going. Oh, God in the form of woman is going. God in the form of child is going. The old man there, see how God is behaving like a helpless person with a stick in hand. She used to see a dog going. Oh, God is in the form of dog. God is standing in the form of plants and trees. What a beautiful thing. So she started practicing what we are trying to understand, seeing God or visualizing God, to loving God in others. The loving God. Now you can imagine that we are all able to love God in others, provided our inner desires and clinging to this world goes off. Then we will get the actual vision of God, what God means, what is it. So we will be practicing this third discipline in our life. The third discipline is to love God in others. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Drutavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.